Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me, and I want to do a video today that is probably been recorded 50 times, but it's so important that I feel like we just need to keep reminding ourselves about this. And over the 12 years that I've been doing 60 and Me with you, I've experienced some health issues myself. I know many of you have. It's hard. I mean, as you get older, this is the reality. This is what happens, and so we have to kind of use every single bit of intelligence that we can to make the best of these years of our life. And so this is about staying healthy, and not healthy just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well, without getting overwhelmed. I mean, it's so easy because there's so much online now, so much information coming at us from all different sources. Buy this, try that, do this style, vegan, health, whatever, keto. It's just so much conflicting data sometimes, and some people are very passionate about choosing one route or another. But I think it's important that, I mean, personally, I think it's important that we find a balance, that we find a way that we can find the right activities, the right foods, the right lifestyle choices, that we stay healthy. And it is going to change from person to person, but I think keeping it stress-free, I think, is the thing. So, health, as I mentioned, and this is the truth, is all that matters. When you ask, was it money or health or whatever, what's your choice in prioritizing in your 60s and 70s? It's always health. And over the years, I've walked side by side with so many women through very serious illnesses, and helped to have a conversation with them that is supportive. And so I've learned a lot myself over the time I've been working with 60 and Me here. So the importance of movement is, that's where we start there. I mean, just moving is enough to just focus on. I think I've read so many articles now that have said if there was one thing, just one thing that we had to do that was going to be vital to our good health in our 60s and 70s, is to move. Just get up, go out, walk around your living room. I remember during the pandemic, we're literally walking around our living rooms, but now get out, just walk, go into nature, and that connects to another whole thing of emotional and sort of mental health. When you can get into nature, it's really, really important. And by the way, I love this top. I just pulled it out, and I remembered how much I like it, with all the nature themes, the flowers, the colors. It reminds me of the ocean. Maybe I didn't even put that in the article, but wearing clothes that make you feel good is part of it too. But movement is super, super important, whether it's swimming or yoga or dancing or just hiking, whatever it is, keep moving. I I do too. We sit by our computers all day long. We are working, or we're sitting watching TV or watching online, and it's really important to get out, move the body. Actually, by the way, I just got some those little, I could show you. I should have brought them over. They're like little round discs, and you put them on your feet, and you kind of move your legs around. There's a woman on Instagram who does this, and I should put her name down. But it's just, you put your feet on these little loops, these discs, and it's a great exercise for your legs. And you can do it while you're watching TV if you really want to do that, or whatever. It's like a under the desk kind of thing you can do just to stretch your legs, keep them moving. When you're flying and traveling, just keep walking. Walking is my biggest thing. I think when I look back on my health, because I had this challenge with my health this year, I think the one thing that got me back on track after the surgeries and everything was walking. Absolutely. So second thing is meals. Simple, nutritious meals that are high in density, caloric density, so that you're not eating a lot of bulk, a lot of fiber, a lot of really good foods, but not high in calories. And simple, nutritious meals that don't take hours to cook in the kitchen, but plant-based maybe more than anything else. I know for me personally, that's been my thing, is to go more plant-based. I still eat cheese and I still eat salmon, but on the whole, most of my food is salads and beans and plant-based foods. Maybe it is the same for you. For me, it's worked, and I think and also they're simple. You can buy salad ingredients and make a salad every night, adding some tuna one day or salmon the next day, or cheese, feta cheese, make Greek salad, olives, pickles, whatever, but just eat good food. That's the next thing, nutrition. The next thing is to make health, mental health awareness part of your life. To get up in the morning, and I don't care whether you do a gratitude list or you write a journal or whatever you do, but just take some time during the day where you actually say thank you, and in some days wake up and say, it's okay to not feel okay today. I don't feel good today. Something's happened, something's upset me, something's on my mind, and it's okay. You know, I'm not going to stress about feeling out of sorts. You're not alone. And I know so many women in our community are dealing with things like estrangement from their children, you know, not getting on with family or friends. Yeah, I mean, one day I'll tell you my stories too, because I think that everybody thinks that, you know, Margaret's got her act all together and everything's fine. But no, I mean, I've had some really challenging times in my family life, and you know, maybe I will chat about that one day, and I can share. But it's, you know, for me it's kind of personal, and I think same with you. I mean, you don't want to talk about your personal things, but I just know, and you know, that we're not alone feeling disconnected from people, or feeling separated and feeling sad. And some days it's not going to be good. You're not going to feel good. And just embrace that. The next thing is, oh, and also reaching out is important though. Come join our Patreon group. I keep saying this in every video because it's so important to me. We started this group about 3 years ago during the end of the pandemic, and we meet now on live shows, and people are getting together in the world. Like, you know, the group went to Niagara Falls, a group meet in Arizona, a big group in Arizona, and you know, we're just getting together in person, and we meet in live shows, and it's a support group for 60andMe, which is super helpful. I gotta have a drink of my tea. Hold on. Tickle in my throat. It won't go away. I think I just talk too much. So the next thing I mean is you know, community. And it's finding exercise that works for you. So we talked about just moving and keeping going, but exercise is fun. You know, whether it's like dancing or pickleball, or I've never done pickleball. I have no idea even how you would play it. You could give me $1 million if I could show you how to play pickleball. I think you hit a bull. I don't know. But anyway, hiking, gardening, whatever it is, just find some activities that are really, really, really good for you. And then get out into the world. You know, that's the big thing too. I mean, that's part of health, is being connected to the world. And whether it's volunteering, I've been so happy and so energized by groups now that are forming around sustainability, sharing, you know, avoiding waste, sharing food that's left over in restaurants and cafes, you know, helping people you know, to understand, you know, about recycling, and not just in charity shops for clothing and that kind of thing, but food mostly too. A lot of people struggling with the economy and needing help, and there's just some real education I think that's possible. And I'm talking about in the UK because I don't know all the things that are happening in the United States, but I'm sure it's happening. These groups are emerging, you know, zero waste groups or recycling groups. And it's not just food, it's, you know, activities like sharing gardening equipment, or sharing, you know, just sharing resources, and volunteering, sharing your knowledge, you know, your personal strengths and insights. Online now is everything, right? I mean, you can do so much online, and it's really, really helpful. And although many of you are not ChatGPT or AI fans, I use it all the time for ideas. Like, how can I recycle this? I've only got these ingredients, what can I make? And it just gives me an extra little bit of a brain help thing with things. I'm very positive about that. I think another thing is sleep. And it's like, I should talk because I'm really not a good person with sleep. Although I end up getting between 6 and 7 hours sleep every night, but sometimes it's crazy. I wake up at 4 in the morning, and I do some work, and I go back to sleep till 7. Yeah, I just have a very weird thing. But if you have challenges with sleep, try to get a handle on that, because it's really, really important that 8 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours sleep is super, super important. Another thing is to not multitask and overburden yourself with tasks. There is no way that you can do 2 or 3 things at once. I mean, this concept of multitasking, I had no idea. I guess the only time I was actually ever capable of multitasking was when I was breastfeeding my kids, because then I could actually have a cup of tea while I was breastfeeding, or I could even write. That is multitasking, although I was always, you know, conscious of, yeah, you're never able to do 2 things at once. I mean, like, I was watching a video where it was saying you can count, like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can go A, B, C, D, E, F, G separately. But then if you try to combine them, like A1, B2, C3, D4, E5, you can't do it. You can't crisscross the wires. So you don't overdo it. Pay attention to your body, pay attention to your mind, know when you're stressed, know when you've got to take a break, and then have some little techniques. Salted caramel, anyone? You know, chocolate, little treat. Why not? I mean, for goodness sake. And then finally, mindfulness, some meditation. I actually have been teaching, well, not just me, but my son is also doing it with the children, to give them like 5 minutes of meditation. Or at the end of the day when they're with me, we sit down with my little sound gong, and we do the sound gong thing where, you know, they sit down, close their eyes. This is hard after a day of running around, but you sit down, close their eyes, and you ring the bell. Dong! And then the sound continues. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those little sound gongs, they're really cute. And then it rings on for like 30 seconds, and then they keep their little eyes closed, and then when it stops, they can open them. And we get make it into a game. Mindfulness. Just do something to calm those agitated thoughts, whether it's meditation, mindfulness, like, you know, just awareness, if it's breathing, if it's writing, maybe it's gardening, maybe it's helping someone, maybe it's just hugging yourself. I don't know. It could be anything. Just things that are just going to make you feel like it's okay. It's okay. So let's take 10 seconds right now. Whoever's still here, let's just take 10 seconds and just meditate. Not meditate. Just mindfully just think nothing. Let the thoughts go and just breathe. Do you know, I think in all the years of my doing videos, I don't think I've ever done that. I needed it today. Maybe you do too. Okay, everybody. Well, look, have a fabulous day. Wherever you are, go out into the world and shine. Know that I love you. I'm with you. We're by each other's side. We're in this together. 60 and Me is here for you, and you are here for 60 and Me. And that's a good plan. Welcome you to our Patreon group. We look forward to seeing you there. It's such a good place to be if you want some extra support, some person-to-person support, and if you just want to join us here on these videos. And our website, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. I think we're still on Twitter, but not much. And what else? Oh, TikTok. I'm on TikTok too. And that's so fun because there's lots of young people there, and it's like, yeah, I want to be like you when I'm older. And I think that's my job. I can do that. I can teach you that. It's worth it. It's worth staying on there. Keep coming. Okay. Have a really great day, everybody. Lots and lots of love to you.